You're listening to PetLifeRadio.com.
Hello, pet parents. This is Michelle Fern, host of Best Bets for Pets on Pet Life Radio. Wow, what an exciting, unusual show I have today, especially for all you cat parents. Stay tuned. We'll be right back. Trust me, you will not want to miss this show.
Sit. Stay. We'll be right back after a short pause. Well, 4 to be exact.
Petco, where the pets go. Petco, where the pets go.
Pet Life Radio has tail-wagging, fur-flying, fabulous deals for our listeners from Petco. Get $6 off your order of $60 or more and up to 40% off the entire Petco site. That's right, but that's not all. Because you're a Pet Life Radio listener, you'll also get free shipping on your order of $49 or more. $6 off, up to 40% off, and free shipping from Pet Life Radio and Petco. To get these awesome deals, go to PetcoDeals.com. That's PetcoDeals.com.
Petco, where the pets go.
Let's talk pets on PetLifeRadio.com.
Welcome back, everyone. This is Michelle Fern, host of Best Bets for Pets, and I have such exciting guests today. I'd like to introduce Karena Dawn and Katrina Hudson. They are fitness and healthy lifestyle experts from the Tone It Up franchise, and they are both dedicated cat people. Welcome, ladies.
Hi. Thank you for having us.
I am thrilled. I am so excited to have you on Best Bets for Pets. Now, for those couple of people out there that might not know about you, can you tell my listeners a little bit about yourselves?
Yeah, we're Karena and Katrina. We're best friends and business partners of Tone It Up. It's an online community for fitness and lifestyle. And we also are avid cat lovers. Yeah, we love our cats.
Some of the people listening might think, okay, I know these ladies, they're all about health and healthy lifestyle. How does that relate to cats? But I know that, Karena, you have a cat monkey, and
yes,
you guys are also about healthy lifestyle, and that includes pets too.
Yeah, there's over 50 million cats who are overweight, and, monkey and, other pets bring so much joy into our lives. And we want them to be healthy and happy as well, just like us. And even, obesity in animals has the same effects as it does in humans.
And the 50 million cats that are overweight, less than 12% of their owners are actually aware that they're at risk and that they are overweight.
Okay, that's a big problem. Now, how can you tell that your cat is overweight?
Well, it's cute at first, and then you realize that it is a huge issue. Besides the first signs where they may actually be a little depressed and jumping around a little less, we like to tell people to assess their cat's weight.
Yeah, and you can learn more on how to assess it at catchow.com, but it's really just 3 simple steps. Your cat, if you're looking down on it, should have an hourglass figure. Also, you don't want to have the extra belly hanging down. And then also there's a rib test where you want to feel the ribs just a bit.
Okay, now that seems pretty easy to follow, and we can also find out more at catchow.com?
Yes, that's it.
Okay, great. Now, Karena, how did you notice when your cat Monkey had a little bit of a weight issue?
Well, I think like maybe most owners, I was in a little bit of denial. I was like, oh, Monkey's a little chunky. She's so cute. Yeah. But Kat actually came to me and she was like, Karena, Monkey's gained some weight.
Monkey's heavy. Monkey's not jumping up anymore on the table.
She couldn't quite make it to the countertop.
Yeah, and it became serious because we were obviously aware, it's the same for humans, that if a cat is overweight, they're at risk for not only joint pain, so they're in pain, but heart disease, type 2 diabetes, osteoporosis, different forms of cancer too, and their life expectancy is decreased. So as cute as it was at first, you kind of realize that they have those risks, and, going back and forth as a veterinarian, no one wants to go through that.
And I also know that with cats, it's really important to keep them very healthy because cats don't communicate to us as much as dogs do when they are sick.
Yeah, it's our responsibility to take care of them. So, when Monkey was overweight and we realized she needed a change, we took the steps towards that by, portion control and also making sure she was more active. So we'd get her some new toys and she loved that. And then also Katrina and I are big supporters of the buddy systems. So that means you could adopt another kitty or, in my case, I got a puppy and they play all the time and they're always running around the house.
Yeah, I guess people don't really realize that when you have two pets, it's almost easier for the owner because they entertain each other, they play with each other, they're healthier, they live longer, and if you're at work all day, then they need a playmate too, and it's really, really great. So you can go to your shelter and adopt either a kitten or a cat or a dog, and whatever it is, your pet would really appreciate a companion too.
That's a good idea, yeah, because my cat Dennis, he has a little bit of a weight problem that I've been dealing with him, he has a brother to play with, which is good. Now,
yeah.
Aimee, you can help me with this. Do you have any suggestions for Dennis the cat who takes it upon himself to eat whatever he wants? He's opened cupboards and ripped open chips and stuff like that.
Oh, my goodness. Well, it's actually pretty amazing. About 60% of all cat owners don't actually practice portion control, and they just pour a lot of food out, or they just have it readily available. They pour it and they leave the house, or in your case, a lot of the times the cats can smell it, they know where it is, they open the cabinets. You can actually get the child-proof locks on your cabinets, and hopefully that will prevent it. Some cats are obviously very intelligent and can get in, but you can store it in a higher place and do those type of locks. But yeah, and they're also, cats are, they're on a schedule and they know when they're supposed to be fed. So if you can kind of accommodate to them and their schedule and start feeding them at a certain time and not feeding them later on, if they're used to it, then kind of doing something else with them and getting used to different patterns.
Those are some great ideas. Now, you mentioned portion control. Does portion change a lot amongst cat breeds and cat types, or is it basically about the same? Because cats don't vary as much in size as dogs do.
Yeah, there's actually a lot on catchow.com about portion control and what the proper amounts are depending on your cat and your cat's weight.
Yeah, and Purina Cat Chow, who we've teamed up with, has amazing healthy choices where if it's not necessarily the portion too, it's the amount of calories, the amount of fat that they're receiving, so that way they're still receiving all their main nutrients that they need, but they're still on a healthier weight food. And that's what we're really, really excited about today, is that we are taking a pledge and we want to find 100,000 people to also take the pledge. All they have to do is go to catchow.com and make the pledge that they're going to assess their cat and see if it's overweight. And if we reach 100,000 people,
then Purina is donating $50,000 to the Association for Pet Obesity Prevention, which we're passionate about. We love it.
And we know that there's 100,000 people out there that care about their pets, so we really believe that we'll reach this number, and we're really excited about it.
Okay, fabulous. Now, this is the Why Wait pledge on catchow.com.
Yes, Why Wait, and it's YWEIGHT.
Okay. And what about, are we going to see any more about Monkey on your Tone It Up internet program? You have any interesting cat exercises for us?
Monkey tones it up. Yeah. Maybe we can post some stuff on Instagram, some workouts with Monkey. We work out with her sometimes, the squats while maybe that benefits us more if we're holding her as a weight. Yeah. But, sometimes we run around the house with her, hide behind doors, throw a ball.
It's amazing. Our community is full of animals and cats and dogs, and they love their animals just as much as we do. So it was perfect for us, and we're really passionate about this mission.
Well, I think it's a great idea, and I'm so excited that you guys have taken all of your huge fan base and all of that and brought it to cats, and to help this cause, because it's so important.
Oh, thank you.
Is there anything that you wanted to add that maybe we didn't get to talk about?
Really I think that as it was for Karena with Monkey, she was in a little bit of denial that Monkey was a little heavy. And so I think that's for a lot of us, and we don't really want to think about the issues that could develop. So we just really, really want to encourage people to, if they care about their pets, you are responsible for their health. And join us for the pledge, the Why Wait pledge, and make a commitment to your animal, because you want to have a long, healthy life with them. and they're depending on you. So,
take care of your pet like you would take care of yourself.
Yeah, and actually yesterday we had an amazing meetup with Karena Cat Chow, and we had a lot of girls, Tone It Up girls, come out that were cat lovers, and on Instagram and Twitter we were hashtagging #WhyWaitPledge, and you can see a lot of the pictures of what we were doing. So that was really, really fun.
Now, where can our listeners find you online?
Well, you can find us at toneitup.com, and our Instagram is Katrina. And if you want to find any of the photos of us yesterday and us chatting live on Karena Cat Chow, you just go to the #WhyWaitPledge, and you can see all of our photos from yesterday, last night. It's really fun.
Okay, great. And the gorgeous monkey, is pictures of her as well?
Yes,
they're the gorgeous monkey, and we'll upload more.
Yeah, and we're actually going to adopt another cat, so
monkey's going to get another playmate.
Stay tuned for that too.
Oh, that's great. Well, thank you so much for coming on Best Bets for Pets and telling us all about cat health and about the WhyWait Pledge.
Thank you, and thanks for all that you do too, so we appreciate it.
Thank you so much. Bye-bye.
All right, thank you. Bye.
I'd like to thank Karena and Katrina for coming on Best Bets for Pets and telling us all about how to assess our cat's weight and for the WhyWait Pledge. Listeners, you can find out more about this if you go to PetLifeRadio.com, and there'll be a link to the WhyWait Pledge, and there'll be a picture of Karena and Katrina and their gorgeous cat Monkey. We've talked all about why your cats should be at a healthy weight. Well, not only a healthy weight, but they need to exercise too. They need to move it. That's really important. And I am so excited for this next guest. We'll be right back after this break.
Sit. Stay. We'll be right back after a short pause. Well, 4 to be exact.
Dyson.
The new Dyson Animal Vacs are powerful bagless upright vacuums for homes with pets. Air muscle and radio root cyclone technology generates the strongest suction power to powerfully remove dust, dirt, and pet hair from the home or car. To order your Dyson Animal Vac, go to DysonDeals.com. DysonDeals.com to order your Dyson Animal Vac today.
Dyson. Music to your ears.
I Love My Pets, the new single by Mark Winter, available on iTunes.
Hi, I'm Dr. Jeff Werber from Ask the Vets with Dr. Jeff here on Pet Life Radio. We want to hear from you. Listen in. We're on every Thursday, 1 o'clock Pacific time, 4 o'clock Eastern time here on PetLifeRadio.com. We are here for you. We're trying to make life with your pets even better. I know that's hard to believe. That can it even be better than it is? And hopefully it's fantastic already. The goal here is to answer your questions, help you out with your problems, anything you really wanted to know, but maybe you were afraid to ask your veterinarian, or maybe it was just too expensive to go to your veterinarian just to ask a few simple things. So that's what you got me for here at Pet Life Radio. Ask the Vets with Dr. Jeff. Call in. We'll see you here on Thursdays.
Let's talk pets
Let's talk pets
on Pet Life Radio.
Pet Life Radio.
PetLifeRadio.com.
Welcome back, everyone, especially all you feline fanatics. I'd like to introduce my guest, Aimee Diskin. She is the Director of Innovation and Product Development at SmartyKat. Welcome, Aimee.
Thanks so much.
I am so excited to have you on. Now, in the first part of the show, we talked about how it's really important for cats to be at a healthy weight, and there's so many that are overweight. And SmartyKat has some great items for getting your cat to move his tush. So let's talk a little. What is SmartyKat? What is the different kind of products that you have?
So SmartyKat is a brand that is based on understanding your cat and supporting your cat's emotional, instinctual, and physical needs. So there's lots of different products that do that across many categories, but when you're specifically relating to the weight topic, we want our cats to play. That is the easiest way to get them up and moving. And within our play assortment, we offer a variety of different solutions to meet all the different needs. We have excitement, which involves catnip toys. I don't know if you've ever seen a cat after they've reacted to catnip, but they go a little nutty. And then within exercise specifically, we have a lot of electronic toys right now that are sort of the it toy for us. We're seeing lots of reaction in the marketplace to anything electronics because cats just go nutty, like chasing a laser or seeing something rustle underneath a piece of paper. Following our electronics area, we've got Hunt. So this is like, imagine your cat is outside and a lot of our cats are inside, which is part of what is leading to the obesity in the cat world. A lot of our cats, if they were outside, would be hunting. So we want to give them that opportunity inside by doing things with feathers and, subtle movement so they feel as if it's really that instinctual chase. And then the last sort of main focus that we offer is within wands. And this gives you a great way with our independent cats who sometimes just walk away and look at us. Like, I don't want to exercise right now. We give them an option by enticing them with different wands with feathers and lights and noise and any sort of catnip. So there's all sorts of options to get your cats up and moving.
Now, I think what we need to know, and I'm kind of a, not so recent cat parent, but last few years I've always been, around dogs, and I know how dogs play and you walk them and everything. But cats are different, and as I was educated not so long ago, they are predators. So they respond to things differently. And I think that's another reason why we have to not, okay, I'm going to do this and my cat will play, but kind of respond to what their needs are and what they're about, and then how can I get them to move? Is that correct thinking?
Absolutely, because cats sleep a ton, and they would be happy to lay in the window and sleep all day long and not be bothered. But you'll notice while they're at the window, they're also watching any sort of bird that's outside or any, even a leaf falling down from a tree. Any sort of subtle movement can pique their interest. So if you take a wand and you lay it, near them and you just pull it slightly a few times, it's interesting to watch how they react to that, because putting something in front of them, like a dog gets so excited, you throw a ball and they're off and running. You throw a ball to a cat and they just look at you. But if you do subtle movement that sort of starts to pique that natural instinct, you're going to get them to engage and actually get up and get moving.
That's really interesting. And the only time I've ever seen a cat pant was when I was playing with mine with a wand. He was just bound and determined to get at it. And it was secured a little bit high to get him to, jump up and move and everything. And just loved it.
Yep.
Are some cats more prone to one type of thing than other? I mean, it sounds like a silly question, but I know that like electronic toys, I've seen other cats love them. Mine likes them okay, but the wand makes them go nuts. So are there, like dogs, they are different specialties with that? Or are they just, it depends on getting them in the right mood? Or how do we know what kind of toys to get to, trigger our cat to move?
Well, every cat's different. There's no sort of hard and fast rule on how to get them to play with a wand. What I would say is if you're going to have to try a variety of toys, because cats, some like electronics and some are scared of electronics, to be honest. Like, we make a really direct point to make sure our electronics are as quiet as we can get them, because the noise often would scare them or startle them or make them run away. So being aware sort of how they react to it, some of it may be the noise, some cats love feathers, some cats aren't crazy about feathers. One thing you can do is get catnip. Most cats, I think it's about 80% of cats respond to catnip, which is just a natural, like an herb. It's from the mint family in your garden. So if you see your cat outside and it's rubbing up against mint or catnip, that's why. But there is a reaction in cats to catnip that if you put that on a toy that maybe they're not so interested in, it can draw their attention to it. But if you experiment, you're going to figure out, my cat loves feathers and wands, which clearly your cat does. So I think it's a little bit of trial and error.
That's a great idea about catnip, because what I know, and my cat does like catnip, I've hidden it in closed drawers and found the drawer open. I don't even know how. Heavy drawer, I don't know how he did it. All over the place. And I've always I've always thought of catnip as more like a cat cocktail, not to mix with the toys, but it makes absolute, total sense to get them interested in interacting with something that they might not be so interested in. Like, I've heard about putting it on a scratch post.
Correct. Yeah. Actually, we have toys that are designed specifically and come with tubes of catnip so that they are marketed to be refillable. Because, as an herb, the fresher the better. Same thing with catnip. Put a little new pinch in there and all of a sudden it releases more of, that magic in the catnip to the cat and draws them back to the toy. And cats do need variety. They're not going to play with the same toy every single time. Just like imagine a child, they have interest in one toy for 1 week and then all of a sudden they never look at it again. Well, I think cats have a lot of similarities to our two-footed pets as well, our kiddos.
I know every cat's different. You have to check with your vet to be sure. But how much exercise, say, per day should we strive for our cats?
I would say if you're a busy household and you only have a little bit of time, if you could spend, 10 minutes in the morning and in the evening getting your cat up and moving, and then when you're not home, have some toys that they can interact with out and about, and maybe put them in different places and put some catnip so it's more of the little bit of that hunt idea again, so that there's things for them to sort of explore and find throughout the day. There are some toys out there that you can put treats into, and you can, leave that maybe upstairs, and as they're wandering around through the day, all of a sudden they find something with a little bit of treat in it that engages them in the play. It's not enough treat to help them gain weight and be counterproductive, but it is different ways to get your cats up and moving throughout the day when you're not there. But when you are there, I think a couple good 10, 15-minute play sessions, that it's great for their health and it helps you bond with your cat, which is, as a cat owner, that's an important part of the relationship.
Do you have any, while you're testing these toys and all of that, I'm sure the cat lovers out there are thinking, I wonder if she has any funny stories. Have you had any funny or strange experiences while you're testing and seeing how the cats react and so forth?
Cats are hilarious. They really are. They're such funny, comical animals. Sometimes when we do our photo shoots, we have, there's cats that are trained to sort of, approach an item on command so that, we can get the shot that we need. But, sometimes it's just a matter of us acting silly to engage the cat's interest. Like, can you imagine a child who's not smiling and you've got like the clown behind the photographer trying to get the child to engage and giggle or something for that shot? Well, imagine us like vigorously scratching on a scratcher or waving like two wands at a time, on the other side of this cat scratcher just out of the shot so nobody can actually see it. Like, it's just silly. They're just funny.
They are, and they have this whole, I've heard over and over, and having had a cat a couple of years now that adopted me, you adapt to the cat. They don't really adapt to you. It's
Absolutely.
All about them.
It's not about you. Yeah, and the other thing that we do, you mentioned, silly experiences, but another part of our development process is we actually work with our local humane society, and we have a cat room set up there, and we have cameras set up so we can actually watch the cats when we're not around interacting with the product. So we get a lot of really interesting insights through that activity as well.
They are funny, and you just never know with them. It's so important, like we discussed earlier, to get your cats moving. And, just like people, exercise is important as well as, the nutritional part of a healthy diet, because we do have so many obese cats out there and they need to just move it, just like people. They need to move it. And SmartyKat the brand has so many different kinds of products. Now, everyone listening is probably thinking, okay, sounds good. I need to get my cat moving. Where can I find these wonderful products? So where can we find them?
So SmartyKat is available. You can find it online at places like Amazon, but in the retail category, it'll be at Walmart and Target. You'll also see it at grocery stores like Safeway and Raley's. So it's pretty widely available.
Okay, wonderful. Aimee, I'd like to thank you so much for coming on Best Bets for Pets and telling me and all the feline lovers out there how to get your cat moving. And I'm going to get some SmartyKat toys for my cat right away because he needs it. He's a little bit on the chubby side. So,
it doesn't take much to get those cats up and moving if you give it a little effort. I promise it'll work. Get some catnip.
Exactly. Well, thank you very much.
Thanks for having me.
I am so excited to hear about all the toys at SmartyKat. Dennis needs a few more. He's tried some, but he definitely needs some more. And those toys with catnip in them sound fantastic. Now, listeners, you could find out more about this segment on the episode page. And this has just been the whole show with, the gals from Karena and Katrina from Tone It Up and Aimee from SmartyKat. It's been such a great episode of how to get your cat moving. Dennis is already on his way to getting some of that chub off of him. He's like typical cat. He's a little chubby, so we're on it. I'm getting him moving. His diet has changed, and I'm very, very excited. He'll have a new slim physique. I'd like to thank my producer, Mark Winter, for making me sound great, and the dentist for, participating in the weight loss program to be healthier and for moving his tush and, getting some exercise in with his SmartyKat toys. And thanks to everyone listening. I appreciate it so much. Hey, send me a tweet or a picture, or on the Facebook page, you could do a search, Best Bets for Pets or Michelle Fern, and of your cat shaking it or moving it. And make sure you check out the Why Wait page at catchow.com. Thanks for listening.
Let's Talk Pets, every week on demand, only on PetLifeRadio.com.